Hey there! Welcome back to part 2 of the Regenerate channel's Updates and Changes build analysis of Cemu 1.7.3 Zelda Edition. If you haven't watched it yet, and you're curious about what's new in Cemu 1.7.3, head back to the first video to get caught up. The link to the video is on screen and in the description below. And of course, links to all of the resources that I'm speaking about here can also be found in the description below. Okay, let's move on. Let's jump to the next big thing that's been on everyone's minds for the past few weeks in the Cemu community. After going through 4 different Patreon builds, it was a bit of rough sailing in the beginning. The B build was completely messed up, and FPS was incredibly low. But as you can see from my 4K footage of Breath of the Wild, all of that is fixed, and it's running well enough in Cemu 1.7.3D, which of course is also the same as the public release build. Which is amazing news! This, however, unfortunately, doesn't make it playable. We are still experiencing several issues. This is an excellent start though, and I'm personally surprised that Team Cemu is able to get it running as well as they have in such a small period of time. So, here they are. Here are some of the current problems with Breath of the Wild, as well as some solutions and possible explanations as to why certain things like runes aren't yet working. Despite the amazing progress in one build, it was expected that things wouldn't be working normally. To start, FPS isn't great, so it's suggested that you find a decently built transferable shader cache file. This won't solve all of the FPS issues, but it's a good start. Again, all links to all solutions I talk about here can be found in the description below. On the topic of FPS, a video was recently posted by GameDev1909 Gaming and Guides showing you how to skip frames using Cheat Engine to create the illusion that the game is running at a higher, smoother frame rate. I haven't used this solution myself, but many people are talking about it, so if you're interested, check out the link, try it for yourself, and let me know how it works for you here in the comments. You'll also encounter Softlocks with the vanilla 1.7.3 experience. I'm sure you've experienced it for yourself if you've done any testing yet. I was getting random Softlocks, but most noticeable was when I would clear up a Goblin camp and the chest would unlock. Every single time the game would softlock. This would also happen when I first encountered a Guardian. This is a bug which is present in all builds of Cemu, and the solution that has worked best for me is to apply Gianmarco's game profile patch. This has completely fixed the problem, so go check out his video for the link to the patch and give his video a like. As we all know, there is no grass to be seen on the majority of the map, with a few location exceptions. Also, swimming animations and physics are not properly triggered when Link enters an area with water or when using the runes collected in the shrines on the Great Plateau. This essentially stops you from continuing the game in Cemu unless you're willing to use someone else's game save file to proceed. What appears to be the issue is that some of the 3D game assets which trigger various gameplay animations and physics are actually misaligned and are present below the map. This might also explain why Link sinks into the ground in grassy regions. Pancake Jake posted this image on Reddit showing a screen cap from when he fell through the map. What did he find? Well, take a look at it for yourself. It looks an awful lot like water and grass. This could also be an explanation as to why the Sheikah runes like Magnesis and Stasis are not yet working in the game. It could very well be that the collision detection objects for the 3D models that you should be able to use with these runes are not working because the data is found below the map. The interaction here is different from using a rune like Cryosis, where you're actually creating a new object on the map in an area where the water object is also present. If this is the case, then hopefully Team Cemu can pinpoint a solution to fixing this roadblock to playable status. At the moment, there is no real solution unless you can perform a wall glitch to proceed to the end of these 2 shrines. Nyx Gaming has a couple of great videos showcasing how to perform this glitch. I promise you though that it's not for the impatient. You really have to like trying to perform glitches to master this technique. I've spent a lot of time on it, and while I've been successful at performing the glitch, I haven't been able to make it to the end of either of these shrines yet. For many, it's best to just wait for the next build of Cemu and hope that they fix the collision detection issues. One last and very big issue comes in the way of broken cutscene movies. None of them load or play properly. I don't know if this is the case in all region versions of the game, if it has something to do with how the game was backed up, or if it's just a Cemu issue. But it's certainly an added barrier to enjoying this game as the creators intended. If you have any more information on this, please let me know down in the comments. So there's still a lot of bugs to iron out, but this is truly an amazing start. And I hope that this information helps you to run your backups of Zelda Breath of the Wild in Cemu 1.7.3 a little bit more smoothly. How long will it take before the game is fully playable in Cemu? Well, according to the lead Team Cemu developer Exzap in his interview with PC Gamer, Giving ETAs on anything is always very difficult. A lot of emulation development is just research, like figuring out why softlocks occur or why a specific game effect is broken. It's impossible to know the amount of time required to come to the solution if both the cause and the solution is not known. The most realistic answer I can give is that it will take at least several weeks to fix the remaining problems. But it could take years as well. Also, there's this common misconception that because the games run so well already, it will run perfectly equally soon. In reality, there is no correlation. I'll leave you with that. The full article is a good read, and I suggest that if you're interested, to go check it out down in the description below. So, love it or hate it, this is where we're at right now. Personally, I'm still quite impressed by the progress, and I look forward to testing out the next build. So, if you're also interested, make sure to keep it locked on the Regenerate channel for updates. And remember, if you like this video and you want to see more content like it from the Regenerate channel, then subscribe, and please give a thumbs up on this video. The more support that I have to grow the channel, the better I can invest my time and energy into making more of the high quality content that you love to watch. For direct notifications on all Regenerate video uploads, please don't forget to ring my bell. It's only a finger away. Also, to keep up on all Regenerate content before anyone else, please join our Discord server. It'd be great to have you join our community. The link to join us is also down in the description below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, have fun, game on, and remember, don't forget to smile.